Hi, welcome to Cute Things by Rebecca. I'm Rebecca, and today we are going to make a quick tutorial on a towel topper. We're using cotton for this project, so these are the supplies that we need. 2 pieces of fabric. I have it cut at 6 by 8, a piece of batting cut at 6 by 8, and I have my hoop, my 5 by 7 hoop stabilized with water-soluble stabilizer. So that's all the supplies we need for this, and some scissors and your thread, of course. I have the design already in the machine to go. We're going to go ahead and run step 1, which is a placement step. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second, but here is the design. Here is the placement step. Now you want to take your batting or felt and lay it over the placement line and your cotton fabric, and make sure that line is all covered up, and go ahead and run the next step, which is going to be a tack to hold your fabric down. So there's a tack down stitch. It's just to hold the fabric in place while we stitch out our design, which is next. So go ahead and run the fun design, and after that I'll show you what's next. Okay, after the fun design is stitched, go ahead and remove your hoop from your machine and turn it over and place your fabric over that. Pretty side facing up. I'm going to secure it with some tape and put it back in the machine, and then we'll run the next step. So that step was a tack down, so now your back fabric should be tacked down all together, and the next step we're going to do is it's going to make a little square here, and that we're going to cut out. So go ahead and put that in the machine if you took it out, like I did, to look to make sure my fabric didn't shift, because sometimes that happens, and run the next step. Okay, so now what we are going to do, since we're using cotton fabric, going to trim right along the edge of the outline here and on the inside of this, because with fabric, since it's going to fray, we're going to do the satin outline on this. But if I was using vinyl, I might not run the satin and just cut when I'm finished with my project, but it just depends. It's a personal preference. I'm going to make a tutorial at a later date with just the vinyl and no satin, so you can see what that looks like, but you can also run the satin with the vinyl too. It all works. Anyways, I'm going to cut this all out, and I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Okay, so now that is cut out all the way around on the edging on the front and the back, we're going to put it back in the machine and run the next step, which is the satin for the square. It's not even a square, it's a rectangle. Anyways, run that. So it went ahead and stitched the satin for the opening for the towel. Now it's going to stitch some little circles in the corners if you want placements for your snaps or buttons or Velcro or whatever you want to use to hold it together. It's going to do the little placement circles for that. So the little placement for the tabs are right there. Go ahead and put that back in your machine and just run that last step, which is a satin. It's going to do the whole thing. We're almost done. Nope, it's all done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some snaps here and dissolve my stabilizer, and we should be good to go. I will show you what it looks like in just a few minutes. So here it is, all completed. The stabilizer's off, front and back. There's some snaps there. And that's what it looks like completed. Now you just take your towel. I actually have an orange towel, which surprises me. Just laying around. I'm going to go ahead and put that through the opening there. Straighten it out a little bit. So that's going to hold your towel. And then you're going to take it and, yeah, I obviously didn't, get my fuzzies from my batting off of there when I was trimming it, but I'll burn that off later. And wrap it around your stove and clip it into place. If I can find the little clippy thing. Anyways, so take it to your stove and wrap it and clip it, and it'll stay there. Or your refrigerator if you have straight handles. But isn't it cute? Something fun, something different. Thanks for watching.